What's going on, y'all?
Hey, how you doing? Hold on 1 second. We gotta turn this phone around.
All right.
Grab the phone.
What's going on, Tasha? You all right? Welcome to the live.
Damn, let me lock it.
Y'all take y'all time. I ain't in no rush.
Yeah.
No rush at all.
Okay, stay there. It is. Where's this thing? Let me fix this. Okay, I just gotta hold it. Oh, that's what we should have did. We should have rotated it. No, sorry. Trying to lock this thing down.
That's okay.
Have to hold it. There it is. All right, we here, Jay. Thank you for inviting us, man.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank y'all for accepting. I appreciate it. Tasha, I'm doing good.
Oh, I don't know.
Everybody that's coming to the live, welcome to the live.
I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are ready. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody's doing okay. Oh, I can't see these comments. I have to put my glasses on.
Hatfield. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
A
hello.
lot of people joining. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend.
Right. And man, a lot of people catch it on the
Replay.
yeah, replay.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
I'm ready when y'all ready. Take your time though.
Oh,
We ready.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
y'all
ready.
ready?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
First,
ready.
ready.
first of all, I'd like to thank y'all for accepting the invitation for me to do an interview. It is definitely a privilege. Um, I watched the channel, and I want y'all to give a background on both of y'all. But I watched the channel, and one thing that I noticed about y'all too is that the experience that y'all carry when it comes to Ghana outweighs a whole lot of YouTubers out here. But the the word has to get out about y'all channel that y'all out here.
Thank
I
you.
watched one of the last videos and Tammy, you was going in like I'm not new to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Like stop.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I want to give time to allow y'all to introduce yourself and then tell me uh, your background.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you again, man. We definitely appreciate. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
You gonna have to hold it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold it. Definitely appreciate you inviting us. And we're also big supporters of your page as well, man.
Thank you.
So um, I'm gonna let the Mrs. go first because she has been coming to Ghana before I have. She has the more experience, so I'm gonna let her go first.
Okay.
Okay, so good afternoon, well, good morning, y'all, or good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. My name is Tammy Washington, and I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ghana. Now, just give you, a background of myself. I am, let me see, I don't even know where to start. You want the whole entire background, the Ghanaian background, the
I'm gonna leave.
professional background?
I got as much time as y'all got, so I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Okay. Well, professional background, newly retired last year from healthcare and pharmaceutical.
Thank you for your
Uh,
service.
38 years. I've only been in Atlanta since 2020. I moved to Atlanta from the Washington, D.C. area, originally from New York, born and raised in New York. Then we relocated to the Washington, D.C. area. So I've been in the DMV the majority of my adult life. My career and everything was in the DMV. We call it the DMV. What else? Let me see. I have, business wise, I have a nonprofit organization. I also have an income tax service, and I teach financial literacy. Spiritually, I am an apostle. I've been a pastor since 2014.
All right now.
Yeah.
All right now.
What else? And then as far as Ghana is concerned, I've been coming to Ghana since 2009. I originally came out here. So January 2009 was my first trip to Ghana. And I was working on a project with my business partners in the US, which they're Ghanaian. And I was working on a project with them. We used to all do real estate together. And so I was one of the partners on a real estate deal that they did out here in Ghana, in Tema to be exact, Community 18. We built a Christian hotel, the first Christian hotel in Ghana. So with that affiliation, I was also at the time a member of Action Chapel, which is one of the largest churches out here in Ghana under the leadership of Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. So when I first came to Ghana, I was coming for business, but then because the church was out here as well, was basically up the street, in which I didn't know that at the time. But then, once I found out. No, I'm not from the Bronx. I'm from Queens, South Jamaica, 40 projects to be exact. But anyway, so that's how I was introduced to Ghana. So when I came for business, although because I was connected to the ministry, Archbishop Duncan Williams, he's very well known, very, very much into, he's very high profile. So I was one of his daughters from the US. So what happened was when I came doing business, Ghanaians being Ghanaians, or just coming as a new American female, and at the time I was by myself, coming over here, he wanted to make sure that all of my business affairs that what I was doing out here in Ghana was legit because of the scamming and everything. So once people found out that I was one of the daughters of Papa, everybody out here call him Papa, then all kind of doors just started opening for me. Some good, some bad. Some just wanted to leech on to me because of the connection that I had with Papa. But just to backtrack, over in the U.S., so what happened was, so it's a lot of Ghanaians that was in the DMV area, Virginia in particular, and they would, but a lot of them were not able to travel to Ghana because of immigration purposes. So, in other words, if they came over to Ghana, they wouldn't be able to go back home, go back to the U.S. They would get stuck. If they came back home, they would get stuck. But a lot of them had a lot of business here. They had a lot of land here. They had a lot of commercial properties here. So once they found out that I was successful with assisting my business partners that was from Ghana, now they were able to travel back and forth. They were twins, the Banahini twins. So they were kind of like very well known here in Ghana. But because they found out the things that I was able to do for the Banahini twins in the Ghanaian community in America, folks started reaching out to me to help them with so once they found out what I've done for the Banahini twins, and then they found out my connection with Papa here in Ghana, then they started reaching out to me to help them with their properties, whether it was residential, a lot of commercial properties, and just stuff that they needed to handle legally here in Ghana, but they couldn't travel to do it. So what they would do is they would give me power of attorney. Papa would get his attorneys to look over all of the paperwork to make sure that I had full power of attorney over all of these businesses and stuff. The business owners was in U.S., but they did a lot of the business here in Ghana, as far as like dealing with tenants. Most of it was mainly dealing with tenants and renting a property, or renovating property or whatever. So what I would do, I would come back and forth handling, different business ventures for Ghanaians that was in the U.S. that couldn't travel abroad. So that's kind of like how I got my name out here in Ghana. So just over the years, that's what I've been doing for the past almost 17 years. And so it opened up many doors for me over here. So like I was saying on my video, so a lot of people here recently, since we've been in Ghana, start documenting our journey here in Ghana on YouTube. I guess maybe some people assume that, we're new to Ghana. And so they send me all kinds of emails saying, some good, some bad, just saying all kinds of stuff. So that's why I had to put it out there. Listen, let me explain something. I am not new to Ghana. Ghana is a second home to me. I have family here. I have lots of friends here. I have business. I'm in contact with governments here. I mean, right. I'm very well connected here. And so, and I've been coming here for a long time, consistently, not 5 years here and 5 years. No, every year, right. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a year, except for when COVID hit, I missed 2 years. But outside of that, I come 2 or 3 times a year. It's like a second home to me because I have a lot going on here, that I do here that I just don't advertise. So somebody, my sister was like, well, you need to start documenting some of your stuff, on YouTube. So that's how I got to YouTube. But normally I'm a very private person. And unless you know me through my, affiliations and connections, then normally you wouldn't know what I do here.
Right. And so let me ask you this, and then I want to skip over to Corey real quick. I want Corey to give me his background, and then I'll have a second question I want to ask for both of y'all.
Okay.
Appreciate it. So I'm Corey. Originally grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then commuted to Gastonia, North Carolina. So I was kind of back and forth before we settled in Atlanta. But just over my years, working hard day to day until I got tired of it and just took a leap of faith and started focusing on myself, something that I had been wanting to do. So a lot of people know me that I've been a dog breeder for over 20 years. Also, I show dogs too in the show ring, and I'm also a judge in the show ring as well. So that's my spiel. I also have a business that I transportation business. That I haul, that I carry dogs from different breeders to their new homes. So
all over the country.
When I started that, I did, man. Good gracious! I think my first couple of weeks, in 11 days, I commuted half of the United States. Transporting dogs.
You know what? When you talking that, I used to breed for 8 years, so I know what you mean. And I got an idea that we was running with some of the same crowds. You was dealing with the bullies.
Yes.
Beautiful, some beautiful bloodlines, bro. For real. Beautiful bloodlines. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You know a guy named I just hate to go off subject. Bashard.
Yes.
He knows everybody in the dog world.
Yeah. I know Bashard. I used to know him very, very well. He's quite the character.
Yeah, I know Bashard. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. So
I know that alone, dealing with them bullies, that's a lot of money going on right there.
It is, and I love the bullies. I love the bullies. I have bullies, Frenchies, and Rottweilers. So I dibble and dabble in a little thing. I don't excuse myself from show handling any breed. I have my picks, but if anybody wants me to show handle their dog, I will definitely work with it. So
Train them up and get them ready and everything.
get them ready for the show. Yeah, definitely do
Okay.
that. And so, but yeah, Ghana has been good to us. I haven't been coming as long as Tammy, but the times that I've been here, yeah,
That's I see
it's our
that
second home.
that my next question was, Tammy, I know you came on business. Back was that 2009, you said?
Yes, that was the first time. Yes.
So that first time stepping off that plane, was that your first time on the continent?
Yes,
What was
it
that
was.
like? And
Oh,
when did you fall in love with Ghana?
I actually fell in love with it the moment that I stepped off the plane. It just was, the feeling was just so. As a little girl, I always wanted to come to Ghana. I'm not just Ghana. Always wanted to come to Africa. Let me change that. And I always wanted to experience Africa. And so when I finally, excuse me, got the opportunity to do it, and the moment that I stepped off the plane, I remember as if it was yesterday, and just to see, you know, folks that looks, of course, just like us, and just the
And not
welcoming.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you saw a Ghana that we have never seen. You know, that I can't imagine what it was looking like back then.
Yeah, it was a lot different when I first came. It was a lot different. So, but the whole experience, it was just, very welcoming, the people, the culture. And so it was different. And so from that point, and I came by myself. So up until the time Corey started traveling with me, I would always travel by myself. And I don't just do Ghana, I do Nigeria as well. So I will always just travel by myself. No team, no entourage, no nothing. Just, travel by myself. So to feel, and I'll say that to say the safety, because people would be concerned, oh, you go to Africa by yourself? The safety. I mean, I've had no problems at all coming to Africa by myself. Even Nigeria, Lagos, zero problems.
Now, Corey,
So
what was your experience that first time landing on the continent?
It was great. It was different. I just took a deep breath and was just like, wow. Because, back in the States, for the longest, we see Africa on TV and they make it and picture this whole, like, it's just
Horrible.
poor and horrible. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? And it's almost go back to like they don't teach us the history anyway. So they don't want you to come. So
mhm.
when I got here and we got we got off the plane and everything and coming through customs, and the guy was just like, welcome home, my brother. And that just did something to me. Like, I'm not a crier, but I was like, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you.
And
tearjerker,
Feel you.
tearjerker.
so I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's not all what it seems to be like how it is on TV. I mean, of course, Africa has its parts, but it's not just all that. So it's like they try to keep us away from it when it's totally different. I
Totally
look at
different.
it like back home. Back home, we have the hood, but then you may go across town and you got $1 million homes.
Right.
So I just look at it. I just kind of compare it to that. It's just a different. It's the continent. It's the country. Is where our ancestors and everything were. Here, and just to see it and be able to put my feet on the ground, it was totally different.
And let me ask you this. This is for both of y'all. When you talk to your family and you talk to friends, associates, or whatever, and you talk about, those first trips to Africa, what is the sense that you get?
Well, for me, um,
Was it
well,
negative or was it positive?
it's kind of both, because I've had some folks, friends, very close friends and stuff. They would ask me, and I say stupid questions like, did you see monkeys flying from the trees? Yeah, I couldn't believe she. And yeah, and this one person that, in particular that, I really looked up to and I respected, her. And when she asked me that, I just looked at her like she was crazy and rolled my eyes and walked away. I didn't even answer the question, and then some people, and so it's just mixed. And so, some of my family, I have some family members that I would not bring to Africa because their minds are still, you
Yeah.
know, brainwashed from what they've been shown on TV, the fear. But then I have some, family and friends that, is very excited and wants to visit, the continent at some point. So it's just kind of like, a mixture of both as for me. And then what about you, Corey?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. They just, I ain't lost nothing over there, whatever the case may be. And I just be like, all right, but you never know until you go
Until you go,
somewhere
yeah.
and see it for yourself. And
Yeah.
that's not just saying Africa, that's just
Anywhere.
countries, period.
Yeah.
Like anywhere out of the United States. I tell people like travel, don't just come to Africa because we coming, but go somewhere and see, because you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really probably missing out on a lot more than you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
keep
definitely
those questions.
I definitely understand when you said it, because Africa is not meant for everybody.
No, it's
No.
not.
I can tell by the way that y'all carry yourself that y'all live a very nice life. I can tell it.
We are blessed.
But and to live a life like that and understand that even your peers, as you say, was somebody that you looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't have that mentality or the maturity to understand.
Mm-mm.
Like you say, if you want to live high on the horse in Africa, you can live in $5.8 million mansion,
Yeah.
all the way down to an apartment that you paying $2,000 for the whole year.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So coming into Ghana, experiencing the food, the people, what was that like?
I'll go first. So the food is different. Africa has its restaurants, you know what I'm saying, that we go to, and pretty much fine dining, we would call it. But then, we've had food out here with the locals as well. But what I noticed, because I try to stay healthy, but I ain't always there. I have to get, keep some grease on my stomach. But
Right.
the food is different. I know, a lot of people, they can't, afford to go and eat good like that. So they have to eat what they have. But
Right.
when we go out and we experience the restaurants and things like that, it's definitely, we haven't had anything that we did not like. As far as anything else, these trolls. Oh my God, this
Yeah, I heard
local
that video.
transportation.
Have y'all messed with the street food though?
I tried.
Yeah, Wachi.
Wachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
We eat some of this. Yeah,
Yeah.
we eat some of the. We're particular as to where we get it from,
Right.
but we eat some of the local food, and we got it. It's an acquired taste. You get used to it, but it's not bad. Some of it is not bad at all.
It's
I know
not.
people always say watch the street food, so it'll get their stomach going.
It'll get that. Yeah. So that's why, like, when we met, the young lady that braids Tammy's hair, and the guy that cuts my hair, and a few other people, like we tap in with those people, and they let us know
who to eat from and who not to eat from.
Right. Because
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, everybody is either selling the same thing or you know what I mean. So they gonna let you know who's is good and
Mm-hmm.
where to go to, and that's what we did, and it wasn't a bad experience at all.
Mm-hmm.
We even I think about for a good week we had popcorn every day,
You know,
the,
Corey, I was gonna bring that up.
tearing it up.
Because Tammy, I don't know what that lady putting on that popcorn, but she got you.
Oh, and hook. I don't know what she put on it. They put some kind of, I don't know. They call it milk, but can't be milk. But it's some kind of dried
Like a rub or
rub or
something.
something. I've never tasted before. Hooked on it.
Because
Yes.
when I seen it, I
Hooked on
said, man, I need to get me like 6 of those and put some people out in Cape Coast here and
Yes.
get it going.
It's the popcorn business is a big business out
Yeah.
here, believe it or not. Believe it or not.
The
Because
popcorn
I
business.
didn't see it out. I didn't see no popcorn out in Cape Coast. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, I didn't even
Really?
know,
Maybe that. Yeah. So what I noticed, like out there in Cape Coast and the Sable and all that, they are. I'm not gonna say behind time, but they move at a different, slower pace.
Yeah.
And so they don't have as much of the, And I
Right.
guess it just takes somebody to come with that idea to do it. I'm sure they'll be open to it. It's just that you have more of the I don't know, retirees out there.
Yeah.
Some
Slower
of the
pace.
slower pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here in Accra, out here, there's a popcorn stand, 2 or 3 popcorn stands on, every corner.
Yeah. And it's like I say, it's good. I know for a good week we got popcorn every day.
Every day.
Yeah, I
Or
seen the video.
every day.
Yeah. We be at that local popcorn stand.
But
So I noticed, like, when you go to, y'all did another thing that I do notice about the difference. Now, I've never stayed in Accra, always Cape Coast. I've
Okay.
been to Ghana twice, and I've been to Tanzania once.
Oh, okay.
okay,
So,
nice.
but
Nice.
I do notice that in Accra, it's popping.
Yes.
So when people, I'm not gonna lie, when people ask me, okay, so what is Accra like? I say it's the Atlanta
Yes.
of Ghana.
Yeah, you're answering it right.
Is that
Yeah.
that's right?
That's the yes. We say the same thing. It's like a little mini Atlanta. It's like
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Accra and Osu too.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's
Well,
it's all
same
the
thing. Same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely live out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
You can do
a big difference
any
in
and everything.
them hotels.
It's a big. Oh my goodness! That hotel, we was clickbait. Beautiful on the outside.
Hey,
Even the
Corey,
pictures that they showed.
Corey wasn't saying that his face.
Right.
Man,
Oh.
I was feeling some type of way. It was definitely clickbait. Very nice on the outside,
The
and
pictures that they showed online was nice, but when you walk through those doors, I almost flipped.
oh my god!
And then it was late, so we couldn't really switch. So we asked to switch to a different room. Then they came up with an excuse. Nobody's there. They changed the room, so we had to. It was a mess. So
Yeah.
no, the hotels in Accra are totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Matter
And
of fact,
you
make
get more
sure
of an
you
option
just
out
go
that
ahead
way,
and
right?
stay.
Say it again.
I say you get more of an option out where y'all at, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they have, even out here in Accra, they have, because some people say, well, it's so expensive out there, but it's really not. They have nice guest houses out here. You don't have to stay in an actual hotel. There's a whole lot of nice guest houses, out here in Accra, and they're very inexpensive and they're nice. I've stayed at, lots of them myself over the years.
Corey, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we know the next time we will definitely go look at it before we make a reservation.
Right.
Yeah.
And y'all compliment each other so well, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It was funny because like I said, I watched the channel. So she was talking about you going off on the driver, right?
Oh yeah.
But Corey, peep this out. I can only imagine what she said to that man on the phone to that hoe.
How about that?
Oh yeah.
Hey, look at her, y'all. Because I'm telling you, she'll get with you.
Right, I can
In
tell.
a good way. In a good way.
I try to stay humble, but
We
don't bring it out of me. I try to stay
Right.
humble.
I got you.
But he got the business. Yeah, he did.
Hey, what you say? If you don't slow your ass down,
Right. I was like, Corey, listen. He was
Ooh.
going to jump on the truck. A few times he going to jump on the truck. I said, listen, you don't want to go get locked up out here. But he be cussing the Cho drivers out.
they playing with your life.
They put,
and that's what he's
my
saying.
brother.
And that's
Thank
what he
you.
was saying to them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Play with
That
your own
is-
life. Don't play with mine.
Don't, right.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like they don't. Yeah. And they don't. Yeah. And
he don't be wanting to ride the Cho. He want to take boat everywhere. I'm like, no, we're gonna save that money. We going to Cho.
It was when I think it was the first trip I took. They was telling me about an African American lady that had passed away on one of those Tros.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, I'm sure. Wow.
I don't have time to be playing.
Man.
And I ain't,
his attitude.
I ain't, like the when we were going to Cape Coast and the guy hit the dog.
Oh yeah.
Like she really had to start praying because I was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's just bam, and I was like,
the dog went all up under the Cho, and it was a nice big sized dog. And we're dog lovers.
And just kept going.
And just kept going. And I was like, oh my God, I was tripping, I was praying, and he was going off, ready to take the driver's head off.
The crazy thing is, it's not like he didn't see the dog.
That's it. Yeah, he saw it.
He saw the dog from a distance because we like the second seat. I see it. The dog is like kind of running in circles, and I'm like, something's wrong with that dog.
Wait a minute, this was the Cho y'all was on?
Yes.
I thought y'all was like on the side of the street and saw this happen.
No, we were on the Tro
that hit the dog.
Hit the dog.
Wow.
We felt every bone break. It was horrible.
So it ain't like he had enough time to slow down, just go around it quickly, because the dog was just in a small circle.
He was in distress.
Like something was wrong with him, in distress. Mm-hmm. And it's like he sped up more and just hit it.
Like it's almost like I think he did it on purpose, but I could be wrong. But it's like he sped up even more.
Right, especially if you saw him ahead of time and you had the time to respond in a different way.
I just knew he was going to go around the dog, but he didn't.
No, it took a lot for me to calm down. That was a long day.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Lonely Dove says, and I hate to even ask the question because I know I've seen the video. Are they building in Ghana?
Are they everywhere? Wait a minute. Are we building in Ghana?
Yes.
Right there. Oh, so we're not as far as like a home?
Lonely Dove, she asked the question, are they building in Ghana?
Okay, so we're not building a home in Ghana yet. But we are building a couple of clinics and a school, but not a home. So we don't want to build a home yet in Ghana because for one, we don't know where we like Accra, and we can't afford the real estate, the land here in Accra. Where we can't afford it. It's like $200,000 a plot.
Oh, okay.
You may be lucky to find one plot, $150,000, not CDs, dollars, $200,000 a plot. So we don't have an issue with like the central region and the eastern region. In fact, the eastern region, we love it out there. But as for us, we do a lot of stuff with the government here in Accra, so we need to be closer to some, although a couple of our projects are in the eastern region. Now we do go out to the eastern region and stay out there, every now and then, but all of our roots and everything It's right here in Accra. And then also I'm in ministry as well. So all of the churches that I'm affiliated with and that I go minister to, everything is out in the Accra area.
Okay.
But we do go to the Cape Coast and Elmina and Asaba. We do travel out there because I have a cousin out there. And so and then we do go to the Eastern region because we have 2 projects going on out there. So but as far
So
as building, we're not building.
tell us about some of the projects you got going on.
So because I come from a healthcare and pharmaceutical background, my nonprofit organization, I felt the need to build. My goal was to do 3 clinics in 3 different villages, and I wanted to come outside of Accra. I wanted to go right into the areas that really, really, really needed a clinic, and not a big hospital type, nothing big, but just local clinics in villages. And so we have 2. We have 2 so far, 2 different areas, one in Afram Plains and then one in the Kwahu area. And that's the most recent video that you saw. So we did a video back in January when I was here of one of the smaller clinics that we're doing. So we're starting with the smaller clinic in October. And then the larger clinic that you saw the video a few weeks ago, we're still in the process of getting the blueprint and the drawings and everything together because the community started the clinic like 6 years ago, but they didn't have the funds to finish it. So I'm going to do it under my nonprofit organization.
Now, how far are these 2 projects? How far are they away from Cape Coast? I mean, not Cape Coast, away from Accra.
About 3-4 hours. 3 to 4 hours.
So you definitely did your homework to go in and find these places where it was really needed.
Oh yes, yes. I use my resources here to find these places. I would have never been able to find them on my own. So I use my resources, just knowing some of the chiefs here. So that's how I was introduced to these areas. I would have never been able to find these areas on my own.
So because I know would you agree that when it comes to Ghana, it's definitely who you know?
It's who you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely who you know. If you don't know nobody, hey, I'm not gonna say they say sink or swim, but if you don't know nobody and you don't have certain connections, and I learned that a long time ago. I was set, because I was coming out here trying to do things on my own. And the Archbishop sat me down and said, are you joking? You can't come to this country. You can do that in the US, but you can't come here and think you can do the same things you do in the US. They will eat you alive out here. And so when he had that conversation with me, then I knew from then on that no, he was like, so let me send my team out to see what you got going on to make sure that nobody's getting over and scamming and this, that, and the other. And so I learned early on that it's all in who you know. And there's some good people in Ghana. There's some good Ghanaians. If you can get a hold to some, the right connections and some good people, they will. All of them are not scammers. Yet some are. Some of them do have hidden agendas, but then some of them are genuine. And helping. And so they just want to be a part of what you got going on.
That's it.
So you just got to know how to, discern whether or not this one is really, want to have something to do with what you're doing, or if they just trying to, have a hidden agenda and trying, because you do have a lot of them too.
Right.
So yeah.
Y'all give me one second.
Go ahead.
These chickens is fooling.
Let me see if I can get this right here. See if we can get this thing.
It looks like this probably broke. I don't know.
Is that what it is? Okay, hold that. So maybe speak too tight.
One had eggs. They celebrating like they just made a touchdown or something. All of them out there making noise. My next question is, okay, we have now. This is a suggestion, and I've heard a debate against it and a debate for it. Going to another country, another continent, is not always easy, right? So, what are you guys' opinion on people doing consultations? I'm not, I've seen people go from $40 to $400 an hour.
Wow, it depends on the person,
right? Because I believe my opinion is that, like with you guys, I believe that you both would be perfect for doing consultations. So I've had a debate with several people about charging, and they believe as Black folks, we should just look out for each other and do it for free. And on my end, I believe that it don't have to be $400 an hour.
Right.
That was Go Black's charge.
Wow.
But I know it takes time to be on the phone to find information or whatever. But how do y'all feel about the consultations?
I think that, well, it depends. So from a business perspective, of course, your time is money. And it depending on what the individual wants you to do. Now, what I would do, for instance, like I do financial literacy. So I teach it, this, that, and the other. So what I usually do a 30-minute free consultation, and then anything above that is where my fees come in.
I got you.
But some people don't want to do free. I believe that if you give a little something for free, you'll get a whole lot back in return. I'm a giver. So it just all depends. Can I see somebody paying $400, charging $400 for a consultation for stuff here in Ghana? Absolutely not. Right. I think it's ridiculous. Do I think people should charge? Yeah. Of your time? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Your time? Yeah. People's time, and then because some people can take advantage. Some people have you on the phone 2-3 hours, have you looking up all kind of stuff and won't even pay you a nickel and have no intentions of doing anything. I always say people value what they pay for. So if it's something that you can't always give free, whether it comes to consultation or not. So if you try to offer a free, or you can do a 30 minutes free, but you have to commit to 1 hour and you'll pay for that additional 30 minutes.
Right.
So it's different ways you can do it. But people's time is, and then out here, so if it's somebody that's living out here, they have to pay for network, they have to pay for internet, all of that's cost. It's not like at home we have unlimited travel expenses, all of that cost. So you have to factor in all of that. So it just all depends on what the individual want that other individual to do. Of course, I don't see anything wrong with charging, but I don't $400.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of it. I think somebody that does that is probably they see that you're coming from the U.S. Like we could be out shopping and inquire about a pair of shoes or something or whatever, and they see us, so they're going to automatically try to run the bill up. But really, that ain't what it is. But yeah, you got time is money, so you have to charge something for your services, especially if it's your business. But it's different between having a business and just having a hustle.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's two different things. So
And then the person that's giving the information, that's charging for these consultations, I don't consult with everybody. Let me see your track record. I'm not coming to you for information if on buying land if you don't own no land. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
If you've never gone through the process. So I'm not coming to you, if you're supposed to be this expert in Ghana, but you've only been there a year. That that makes no sense to me. I'm not coming to you for consultation. Although, yeah, you might know a lot and you may have experienced a lot within that year, but I just no.
Okay, I got my second question that's coming that goes right with that. But for everybody in the chat and anybody watching this on replay, please go over to Fearless Living, Corey and Tammy, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. They have a lot of good content, and like she said, she ain't new to this. She true to this. She been doing it since 2009. We watch a lot of people that just hit the ground, and that puts me off into my next question. We watch so many people like me. I know some stuff, but I can guarantee I only probably know 10 to 20%, and I'm still learning. A lot of people hit the ground and they believe they know everything. So with you guys traveling back and forth as long as you have, can you please give me and others some good advice, not only just traveling to Ghana, but some wise words on just moving when you moving around Ghana?
Yeah. So some people may not, like what I'm going to say, but I've been again. Ghana's like a second home to me. I've done business here. I do ministry here. I do missions here. I live here. So you have to do your research. You have to study and do your research. I see a lot of people lose a lot of money because they just buy stuff from people, other content creators. And I'm not taking anything away from those content creators because they're great, but their experience may not be the next person's experience. You are responsible because at the end of the day, they're still in business for themselves to make money. Don't get that twisted. You got to
Right.
be responsible for doing your own due diligence. You got to do your research. You got
Say
to
that
come
again.
visit.
Break that down again. What is it now?
I said you're responsible for doing your own your own due diligence.
All
You
right,
can't
now I learned
rely
something
on.
already.
Yeah, because if you don't, you have to come and visit this place. You have to see what you're getting into. You can't buy land blindly. You can't. Do you know how many people I know that has bought land blindly and they come over here in the land and they bust out and crying when they go to the spots to see their land just to find out that they're on waterlogged land. My cousin, she has a beautiful home. People have made lots of money off of doing videos on her beautiful home. But she will be the first to tell you, I wish I would have came over here first and saw the land before I purchased it online. She said, because I would have never bought land here because this beautiful home, every time it rains, it floods. And it has no gutters and it floods and it floods and so bad to the point she's now having to build a second home to live it because it's So I just say you got to do your homework. Everybody's story is not going to be your story. You got to make your story, make it personal. You can't say, okay, well, I want to do what she doing because it looks, what she got going looks so great. And it probably is, but it don't mean it's going to be great for you. You got to come, you got to really do your own research. You got to really study. You have to inquire, you have to make connections, you have to meet people. You have to be foots on the ground. You can't, I always tell people, do not build nothing from the United States. You got to, over the years, before even all of these influx of people has even come to Ghana, I've known people that was from the US would send money over here. And, I got this project, I'm sending it to my brother, I'm sending it to my uncle. thinking that they're having houses built, schools built, and everything, and they come over here or get over here, and there's nothing. People took the money from them, or they built it very poorly. They used the cheapest materials and stuff. So you got to be hands on the ground. If it take you 10, 20 years to build what you're trying to build, then let it take you 10 or 20 years. If you're in the U.S. and you got land over here and you're trying to build a home, but you got to still be in the U.S., that's fine. But when you come to Ghana for a month or 2 weeks, 1 week, you do what you can while you're here on the ground. Go back home, grind. Don't leave nothing in nobody else's hands to do for you. You will hear me clear. You will regret it. They're not going to do it to your standard. They're not going to do it honestly. They're just not, because they have nobody over here watching them and supervising them on what to do. So you got to do your own due diligence. You want to make sure, because you don't want to get, at the end of the day, you don't want to get scammed. You don't want to be stuck with some land that in litigation, or that's waterlogged and you can't really do nothing with it, and you trying to build on it, but it's a challenge. And people that's in, you got to make sure whoever you buying these land from and whatever you do businesses from, you got to make sure they're credible. What is your track record? Let me speak to your successful clients. Let me not just speak to them. Let me see. I'm coming over there to Ghana and I want to see hands, take me to these properties that you built before. I got to see. I'm not taking your word. Your word don't take nobody's word for nothing. There's a saying, seeing is believing, seeing is believing. You got to go and you got to lock eyes on this stuff, because I don't care how much, how honest or how much of a good, or they're such a great person. There's such this, that you can't go by that. Not when it comes to building anything. And I said, this is information. I didn't even give the same advice in the U.S. But especially over here. So, over here we're looked upon as cash cows. Do you know how many times they always say to me, "Oh, here comes the rich white lady from America"? And so I always have to check them. First of all, I ain't white. Second of all, I ain't rich, not yet. But don't identify me as that. That's
Right.
not how I want to be identified. That's not who, don't do that, because that draws attention from other people. And then you have you will be surprised how much my phone, my inbox, that's why I don't do a lot of social media, because the things that I do, because I do scholarships and I do different things in different communities, and I used to post it all the time over the years. And then my inbox would just flood with just people begging for this and begging for that and threatening if I don't do this and don't do. So you just got to be very careful. Just keep an open mind, use wisdom. Don't do any transactions over the internet. Don't over the phone. If you got, and I know you own land out here, Jay, and I don't know, and you might say your buddy got your best interest, and they maybe they do, but at the end of the day, you ain't here on the ground. You can send your money, and they say, oh, this cement is X amount of dollars. We need 200 bags, and
Right.
this that they're going to get you the lowest. Not saying your people, but I'm just saying in general, you're not here to watch and oversee.
So you don't know.
So you can't. So if you can only lay a brick every time you come to Ghana, and it takes you 100 years to build your house, then guess what? That's okay. Don't be in no rush to have people here do it for you, and you ain't here to supervise it with your own eyes. No, that's why.
You hit a point too, like, you can have people that's like some of the best people in the world, cool.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Like I hear like a lot of different channels, they're yelling out scammers this, scammers that. So I see what happens is you get somebody from the States, they go over to Ghana, they get cool with a chief or a family, or and they say land is for sale. So in their mind, they thinking, okay, it's just a real estate deal, everything's fine. Why would they lie? So and honesty, they're selling the land assuming
Yeah.
everything is the paperwork is right, everything.
Yeah.
So you buy it from
Extremely.
them. Y'all
Yeah.
both on the same thing, thinking everything's fine, and then
Yeah.
here comes a family. Oh, that's our land. Nobody gave you
Yes.
permission. This, and that.
Yes.
And it's not that the person is scamming.
That's not
Is that
that's a difference. That's not scamming. You know, that's that, and you know, a lot of and I've seen people that talk about people that scam. They just didn't know. You know, there's a difference. If it's only a scam when you know, and you know that you selling this land that's that's not that's not litigation free. Or that's a scam when you knowing that you're getting ready to defraud somebody. And then you got some folks out here that I don't say much, but I watch the videos, I see it, and I'm like, whoa. And then the way that they do some people and just take their money and then just and scam them, it's crazy. It's crazy, and then they try to justify it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So you just
why do you think a lot of us like the things we wouldn't do here in the US? We go to Ghana and do those
Mm.
things. Why? What?
and do that.
Mm.
Because you know why they can get away with it here.
Yeah.
There's no accountability here. Who they gonna report you to?
Yeah.
And they see everybody else doing it, so they do it. I know so many, not so many, but I know a few Black Americans that moved over here, and the way they do other Black Americans is unreal. They need to be punched in the face. No, seriously, they need to be down because the way they do, and I'm like, whoa, you supposed to be, one of us, and the way that they do is unreal. But you know what? The Bible says you reap what you sow. You better believe, baby. You sow evil, oh, you definitely go, and it has no expiration date. So you may not feel it right then and there, but you better
Say,
know
what you said ain't got no what?
expiration date. That's right. So it's gonna come back on you one way
Corey,
or the other.
Corey, what's your take on that?
Hey, excuse me, but I'm gonna say I tell people don't make yourself ass by assuming that people in this country, just because they may be from the States too, that they gonna look out. And like you said a minute ago, stuff that we wouldn't even do back home, lend people money or just send people money. Why would you do it in a whole different country? I'm starting to figure out that common sense ain't so common.
You're right. You're right.
And it's like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Go visit, put your eyes on it. Like I say, whether it's Africa or wherever the case may be, and then go from there. But just to send people money, I mean, they gonna do what they gonna do. And if they get you, they gonna get you.
Right.
Ain't no, well, I'm about to take this person to court. Court.
There's no
nothing.
there's
You
no
just
justice here
got
in Ghana. You
Yeah.
can't threaten somebody. You as an American, you trying to take somebody to court in Ghana, and you think you're gonna win. Good luck. You may win, but you ain't seeing a dime. You ain't getting nothing back.
Nothing.
I've seen it happen. I don't know how many times over here. Don't even chuck it up as a loss and keep it moving. Keep it moving.
I do. I would say I was blessed. I purchased my land from the traveling Israelite over in
Okay.
Oyaba, and
Okay.
everything is been A1 so
Good.
far on the land.
Good.
But I do see a lot of people, like you say, that seeing that money or buy land sight unseen, and some people, like you said about the swamp land and this and that. I've seen that twice up here. And another thing is not knowing how far your plot is off in the bush.
off in the, that's one of the main things as well. Yeah, it's great to say, oh, I own land in Ghana or I own land in Africa. But if you, baby, you can be somewhere up in the sky, somewhere in the bush, and and it's trying to find transportation to get there.
Man.
Hey,
That ain't it.
it's so you got, that's what I'm saying. You gotta come see for yourself. And I'm just speaking from people that I know personally. My cousin being one of them. And so, I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about people that I know personally
Right.
and family members I know, that has, gone through this. I'm just speaking from experience, from people that I know. I'm just not saying it just to say. So you gotta be, now if you don't, some people don't mind being in the bush. Some
Right.
people don't
Yeah.
mind being, and it's to each his own, but you gotta, you gotta know, you gotta, ask if if you're not able to go and see for yourself, then, and you still want to purchase the land, just know it's a gamble. I would never do that. Right. But people do it all the time, and it's okay. Me personally, I've just, and only because I know the country. I've been here. I just know not to do that. But blindly, somebody, that really don't know, yeah. And if they, they know somebody that they trust, yeah, of course, they'll do it.
But still, even with that, make sure that the land doesn't belong to someone else.
Yeah. You gotta
do your whole due
you gotta get
diligence.
your attorneys, and you gotta have them, quadruple check everything. It's a process. You just can't go and say, and just because you get indentures, that don't, hear me clear. That don't mean nothing. Them indentures, child by, that don't mean anything. Until you register that land and you have that seal on your registered land with the lands commission, you don't own it. Indentures don't, anybody can do. And you know how many fake indentures float around in people's hands out here?
It's crazy.
I hear the story, I hear the stories in church all the time. People coming to the church wanting prayer because they done got scammed. Ghanaians, not just American, Ghanaians. Scam, oh, I had them indentures don't, the indentures, turned out to be fake.
Yeah, I
So you
watched the
just
guy
gotta,
that owned that started that car wash, and after he bought it, when Ghanaian came and said, "Oh, I own it,"
oh, Russ, yeah,
he had, Russ, he had to go to court over that.
Yeah, Rush, yeah.
And then a lot of people think it's only uh repats that deal with it. But like you say, their own Ghanaians are
their own
dealing with.
Ghanaians, yeah. They deal with it.
Yeah.
They deal
So
with it.
with that said, we talked about buying land. It's best to be there to see where it's at. Do your DD, your due diligence. Now we in the States, right? So in Atlanta or wherever y'all we are raised around the people that we usually come in contact with. We know the guy that's on the corner store. We know how the party store operate. We know the gas stations, this, and that. And we know how to maneuver when we out in these streets.
Yeah.
Now, moving to Ghana, and you dealing with different types of people. It is not gonna. It's not gonna. You're not gonna learn what's moving and shaking in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No.
What? Give us some I guess some advice about the difference between how people move in the States and the personalities versus in Ghana.
So it's it's kind of like apples and oranges, because it just all depends on who you dealing with out here. So in the States, everybody is kind of like, they either work, they have their income, they have their businesses, you know, they have their careers or they're doing something, making their own money. Over here, depending on who you're dealing with, a lot of people out here, they're on survival mode.
Right.
So, you know, they move a little with a sense of, you know, urgency and give me, give me, give me, you know, I gotta have it, you know. So it's a different kind of movement,
When I
you know.
interviewed with Dr. Wanda, she said it's almost like poverty on steroids.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. That's exactly what it is. I mean, they're in survival mode.
They
You
are.
know,
Yeah.
they don't have you know, their government is like our government. They don't have the resources or the help that we would have, be back at home. Back at home, you know, if we lose our job, we lose our, you know, places where we need somewhere to stay. You know, we have Section 8, we have Medicaid, we got food stamps. You know, we
Hold
have.
up, Tammy. That new president we got.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I heard he taking everything.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All
Hey.
he trying to do is he trying to get people's what is it, the FICO score now?
Now
Yeah,
Now he's trying to get the credit,
yeah.
working on people's credit. He trying to do a little something different.
But
right.
he's taking everything away. Yeah, he's taking
everything
everything away. We're trying to anyway.
But I totally understand what you're saying.
And then people here, like she said, people are on survival mode. So if you ask them something, you know, they be like, "I'll take you," and you know, or "I'll show you," and of course they may either give you a look, or they just kind of like they want a little something
They
for
always want something.
something for them helping you. But you know, lately we've come across it. We have to ask somebody something, you know, small question or something. You know, it'd be good, genuine people. There are good people here. It's
There's a
just
lot of good people here.
majority. You know, if you're in certain areas that, like she said, they on
It's
survival
about the
mode.
money.
It's about the
it's
money.
about the money. Yeah.
It's
Do you
about the
find though,
because
like when you come in contact with those, I know, I mean, it's the same. We're not down in Ghanaians, not at all, because it's the same here
No.
in the United States as it is there. It's
Yeah.
just in different ways. But
Yeah.
one thing that I do notice that Ghanaians have over Americans is when you find one of those good, caring Ghanaians,
Mm-hmm.
do you see the difference in the love, the
Oh,
respect?
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's you know,
totally
I have
different.
more, and I always tell people this. I have more friends, like more personal friends here than I have in the U.S. Now, I know a lot of people in the U.S. I'm very well connected over there in business ministry, but I don't, as far as, you know, personally in my personal space, friend wise, I have more friends here in Ghana than I do over there. Because if you can find a good Ghanaian to really have your back and really be a true friend, oh yeah, they're, you know, they good people. This, you know, I can't say that all being out here that everybody's on scam mode, this, that, and the other. Because I always say this as well. Everybody in Ghana ain't broke. It's a lot of movers and shakers out here.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And so, you know, it's just, you know, and even if they're not a mover and shaker, they're struggling. I know a lot of them that have good, pure hearts. I know a lot of them that, you know, they ain't nothing but straight scammers. But then I know that there's a lot of them there's some good folks out here.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep coming. That's why I keep doing the things that I do, because God has blessed me to, you know, be able to navigate around with some good folks out here.
There's a feeling, and it's hard to explain for those that have not been to Ghana. That you get when you back in the States.
Oh,
It,
I
it,
can tell you what that feeling is. Hey, oh my goodness.
Corey, how strong is that calling once you leave and you home for a couple of weeks and
Man, it's like First off, people be like, man, where you been?
And like you just dropped off the face of the earth.
Face of the earth, man, where you been? They, you know, some people they know I may be gone, but then they like, you still over there? I'm like, yeah, maybe you should try it. But
then they hit you with the be safe.
yeah, be safe.
Yeah.
You like, I'm safer here than I am over there where you
I
at.
say it all the time. I'm a lot more safe over here than I am over there.
Yeah. Yeah. We had to tell people that.
We had to
and even with the, you know, the whole Trotro thing, you know, still safer here than I am at home. Like, I think I've only seen one person get arrested. Like, you know, as the traffic and stuff is out here, you would think it would be wrecks all the time the way it is out here. Man, if this was back in the States, good God Almighty.
Yeah, it'd be accidents on top of that.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
But
and then
it's nothing like that either.
Another thing you said in that video was that here, especially here in Detroit, and I'm pretty sure y'all done heard stories. I noticed Ghanaians, like, they hit the horn, say what they gonna say,
and they go on,
keep moving.
Mm. Yeah,
here,
that's it.
You say what you say. It might end with you on a curb with a bullet in your head.
Yes.
Over some road rage.
It's probably gonna be trouble.
It's gonna be trouble. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be trouble.
It's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, they toot their horn, woo woo woo,
and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. They trying to
get to their destination.
And go on about their business. Yeah, they ain't. Yeah, so that's what I do see here. That, you know, a lot safer, you know, than from back home.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. But my last question is,
good?
Can you, you know, is there anything that you want to say to those that may be scared to come to Africa, or any encouraging words?
Well, as far as Ghana is one of the most peacefulest countries on the continent of Africa. And I just, you know, I just encourage any and everybody to, you know, if you can, you know, schedule a trip. I promise you, it will be life-changing. I mean, it's not what you think. It's not what you've been taught. You know, it's not. It's, you know, it's totally opposite from what you think it's going to be like. And so, you know, I think everybody should, you know, if they have the opportunity to experience Ghana or Africa, in, you know, in general, but Ghana in specific. Ghana's like a second home to me. Although I may have certain challenges here, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it here. I mean, you know, the people, the culture. I mean, I've adopted it over the years. You can come over here and make, you know, a great impact over here, you know, and, you know, and you'll feel good about yourself. I mean, I just, you know, encourage anybody, just come for a visit. I had another cousin that came just a few weeks ago for the first. She's a younger cousin. She came for, you know, a few weeks ago for the first time. Her and one of her girlfriends, and she, you know, she absolutely loved it. Had a ball. She's in the younger generation, but she had a ball. Loved it. You know, she thought it wasn't what she thought it was going to be. You know, we have this. You know, you have to keep an open mind, and, you know, there's going to be some great opportunities out here for you, you know, if you're looking for, you know, opportunity. And then again, I always tell people, you don't have to, you know, you like us, we live between two countries. You don't have to come and say, oh, because I can't go to Ghana and live in Ghana. You know, first of all, you don't know what you can do until you try it. Second of all, you don't have to stay full time. We make our money in the US and we bring it back here to bless folks. That's how we live. And it works for us. And so, you know, I just say, just come and try it. You know, once, I don't know, it's just something when you step foot on this soil over here, it's like a shift in your, in your body, in your mindset. I can't explain it, but it's like
Preach.
it's
Preach.
like it's like a shift. No, really, in my life, I don't know if you've experienced it. And for years when I would come over here and go back home, I would cry the whole ride home on a plane ride home, going back to the U.S. And it's like, and I'm not making this up. It would be like when as soon as I hit the U.S. soil, it was like I would shift back to this negative, just clouded, just I don't know if anybody could relate, but that's just how I mean, I'm a whole lot different and better than that, but that's how it used to be for me in the beginning. I just didn't want to. I used to hate to leave here. So, but oh, okay.
Taking out
The comments,
definitely appreciate everybody commenting.
all of the comments.
I just say, don't knock it till you try it. Just come visit it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Take a leap of faith and just do it. Do something different.
Do something different.
Nobody said you had to move here.
You ain't got to move here, but it's a good
come
place to
visit
visit.
Put let all the money that you work hard for throughout the year. It's easy to go to a beach or whatever in the U.S., but put some of that money back into the motherland, to the continent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of versus we done made the U.S. so rich.
Mm-hmm.
Come put some money here. Nobody said you had to come and live here or anything like that, but just come and visit and take a leap of faith. You don't know what may happen for you. You know what I mean?
And I'm pretty sure y'all have traveled a whole bunch of different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I would say is that I've been to Costa Rica, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All these places look just like Africa.
Yeah, it does.
The only thing is that they've been commercialized.
Yeah, it's been commercialized
in these certain areas.
And exactly. But it's the same. It's like almost the same.
Yeah.
You get your palm trees, your water,
yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
And then when starting a business, what and I know you have businesses in the U.S. and businesses in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference in the process?
Well, I will say this. So for one thing, it's a whole lot easier to do business here in Ghana than it is in the U.S. as far as the rules go. Now, depending on what type of business you're trying to do in Ghana, I tell you this, and I always tell people this: whatever you imagine yourself doing in the U.S., but the U.S. has so much restrictions that will not allow you to do it. You can do it in Africa, not just Ghana, but you can. I mean, to take the dude Dre, all of those things that he's building, all those homes. He's become a developer here in Africa. They would never.
Yeah.
The U.S. would never give him that ability to do that.
They would find a way to stop it, take it, anything.
They're gonna. Yes.
Or they would have took it so much.
My man over there, Shark Eye.
Oh yeah. Marvin. Yeah. Marvin. Yes. Same thing. So you can whatever wildest dream you may have. I always tell people, bring it over here and make it a reality. Make it a reality. And I hate this. Now, this is the negative part that I'm gonna say about Ghana. Everything is not everything, but so much is built on corruption. You can grease somebody's palms and you can get whatever you want over here. And that's the reality. They from business licenses to, as far as anything business related, you can do business over here. It's not hard. You go and you just register your business. Now you do need if you're not a resident, you do need a Ghanaian to sign on with you. So you're gonna have to have one that you trust. But there's ways around it. What you do, you only give them like a 10% stake in the
Okay.
business. So but as long you need them to, and sometimes, and depending on what Ghanaian you can get, you don't even tell them you giving them a certain stake. They don't, because some of them, and I hate to say this, a lot of them are not even educated enough to know that they actually have a stake in your business, in the business. They know they do, but you can just, you have to, when you're filling out your documents and stuff, it's percentage of how much they own the business. Give them 10%, give them 5 or 10%, because you need them to get the the license, and because if not, they're going to charge you the foreigner fee, and it's a lot of money. And so just yeah. So but then again, it's all on who you know. So if you know somebody that work at the down at the commission, and you pay them an extra little 500,000 CDs, because the normal bribe rate in Ghana is about 1,000 CDs. Just ask me how I know. I'm just putting it out.
Only if that was that easy here in the States, boy.
If it was that's what I'm saying. If it was that easy in the States, it would be, oh my goodness, it would be marvelous. But no, you try to bribe somebody in the States, they taking you to jail. Yeah. Over here, no.
And they're gonna tell everybody.
And they're gonna tell everybody. And
right.
So we got some comments. The
Blairs and Ghana. The Blairs and Ghana want to know what area do y'all normally stay in Accra?
Oh, well, right now we're in Tema. Our apartment is in Tema. Clagon area, Tema is about around Community 19. I don't know if you're familiar with the communities, not far from Spentex.
They said they would have wished regular Ghanaian home on the plot, a 2-bedroom, especially living bi-weekly. I understand that. Hey, I hope everything is good with y'all.
Yeah, I hope everything is good with y'all as far as y'all building stuff. I didn't like what happened to you all. You all are one of the ones, because I watched you all from the beginning, and I saw how you got snowballed out there, and which was not cool at all. And so, but it looks like y'all are starting. The last video I saw y'all, it looks like you're starting to get everything in order like you want it.
Yeah, Sean.
Let's see.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Jay, we got to shout you out too, man, and give you your roses, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Oh, you're doing great. No, we watch your videos. We see you with the chickens, and we follow you with your stuff you got going on out there.
I'm trying to get myself prepared for that move to Ghana. I want to have everything that I know how to do. Yeah. I don't need nothing. I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. If I can grow it or raise it.
Right.
But the Blairs do have a beautiful, beautiful home.
Yeah.
I've been there several times, and
wow.
Sean say walking from one side of the house to the other side to take too long. All he need is he say he could have took half of the house. He would have been straight.
Wow.
But that's another point that you said. I was gonna do a video about the difference, because me and my wife got to going back and forth one day, and she was saying how she's been on so many channels and she's watched them with the bad builds in Ghana, this and that. But me being on the ground, I'm able to walk around and see all the positive.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't have said that about Karen, your cousin, I would have never known, because the house is beautiful.
House is beautiful. You would have never known. People come and they do, all of that, commentators, they go do the videos, and the place is beautiful, but they don't see they don't know behind the scenes what she's gone through with it. And, she'll tell you herself, it's no secret. Right. She regrets, that land. She bought it, but when she got it when it was, when they were giving away the land, and, she
only had to pay that fee or whatever.
That's $700. She got it for $700, and she was like, she just said, she had no intentions in even coming to Africa. She says, she'll buy it, leave it as an inheritance for the, for the kids and the grandkids, If she ever make it over to Africa to see it, that's good. But if worst case scenario, she would only be out $700. Well,
Right.
she decided a year and a half later, she decided, well, let me go to, somebody was running a trip. She said, all right, I got some land out there. Let me go out there and see. Came out, absolutely loved it. Came back, told everybody I'm moving to moving to Ghana. They thought she was crazy.
She was out.
And she was out. And
Right.
she's doing, that's what I say. Everybody in Ghana don't suffer. Although she has her experience with that, the land being waterlogged, the house is beautiful, but she's doing very well out, extremely well. She's building almost done with her second home.
Mhm.
She has the construction company.
I see that. Yeah.
A lot of clients that, a lot of people come over and buy, the land and stuff through her and go through her construction company. So she's doing, very great, greater than great.
Right.
And
I
she
say
didn't let that stop
her.
her from. Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I was looking up, nowadays we using AI every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up like how many people have lawsuits in the United States for against contractors. How many people are having to almost not be able to live in these brand new construction homes.
Oh yeah.
And so, while we talk about the difference between Ghana and the States, and my wife was like, I've seen so many people in Ghana that this was wrong, that was wrong, this was wrong. And I began to look and see, like, when you get a house built in Ghana, it's not, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in Atlanta and as it is in Detroit. Those older homes are brick homes.
Yeah.
These new homes are pressed wood.
No,
A mess.
you couldn't pay me to buy a new home in the U.S. these days. We're in Atlanta. Do you know how many new homes we see go up in flames, catch on fire?
Yeah.
It is unreal. It is unreal.
And so one thing too, I think that I kind of have a little bit of advantage because I help my brother. My brother has a construction company, so I learn a little bit and go help him when I can with builds. So I've been helping him build a tiny home. So just being able to learn, stuff like that when I'm able to. I've been telling people too, if you're gonna build somewhere else, whether it's in the States or a different country, like get around somebody and learn the process.
Mm-hmm.
So you just won't build a mess and just be throwing away money.
Yeah.
Or have to go back and fix it 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They putting up houses in 30 days.
In the U.S. Yes,
in 30 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whole communities in like 30 days. It's like unreal.
Like, you got to be kidding me. So that's something that I always, people when I talk to them or come across, I tell people, do your own due diligence. Even if they want to get in a dog breeding, I tell them just don't buy a dog because of the hype of the name or because it's cute. That could be a whole mess right there. Then you got a whole situation, and then you want to call me to fix it. Go back to that person you got that dog from.
Yes,
I tell them in a minute, especially if somebody been knowing me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I may not have what you want, but I know the people that have those breeds. So stay connected with me, and I don't mind sharing the information.
Right.
But if you go out on your own and you spend all this money, and then something happened and you can't even go back to the person that you got it from,
Right.
It's on you,
my mentor in the game, Tim from Headstone Kennels, he told me when I first started breeding, he said, you brothers will get into something and don't know what you breed, don't know nothing about the breed. He said, the white man will put it in a book because he know you'll never go read it.
Yep. Wow. 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 Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you don't get under people and you don't get the knowledge,
Yeah.
you don't have the blueprint. And I say that not to talk about anybody that's building, but to say even with me personally, my first foundation that I put down was just for a 1-bedroom because I got a quote for the foundation for the house, and the guy told me $25,000. So I'm like, that don't sound, but even for a small foundation, I paid like probably 2.5 times what the price I should have paid.
Right.
But once I got there, I was able to, on like you, Tammy, like you said, on the ground.
On the
and you
ground.
talking to people, you get to understanding too that people need to understand is like you have contractors, then you have the workers. And in Ghana, if you can get past that contractor and go directly to the workers, you can find you a mason and pay for that. It's just the point of, like you say, being there and
You
then
gotta be
finding
here.
out. But I think too, because we come from America and we so used to McDonald's and all this, everything we want it now.
We want it,
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I gotta have it. It gotta be done now.
Yeah.
And in Ghana, you got a small.
Small.
Small. And it's hard to pump your brakes because you want to go full speed. You want to, do this, do that. Now, how much it's gonna cost? But when you don't, slow.
Yeah. Take your time, honey. Take your time.
But my thing, and I know it may sound funny, and no disrespect to Ghanaians, but I feel like everybody a builder.
Yeah, everybody.
I feel like everybody is like, I don't know, and I guess for me, like I said, being around.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you. That plane was coming over.
He said everybody's a builder out here.
I feel like everybody is a builder, and and being around my brother and being able to learn stuff from him, I just had that, I ain't gonna lie, I had that US mentality that I bring here, and I'm like, I need to see your work. You know what I mean? I need to see something that you've done, and I know they don't have that here. They don't even have inspections here.
A lot of this stuff is not documented.
Right.
They may know how to do it or have done it, but they have really no true documentation. Like we're in a process now of looking for contractors to do, one of the clinics, and of course everybody's coming when it's in their proposal. This and the okay, well, where's your resume? Where's your background? I'm not taking you. I'm not going to take such and such's word because me and that person is close, and I'm just going to take their word that you are a good, you're good for this, for this job. Not doing it. I have to see let me see some credentials and some background and what you can do. However, in certain areas and certain things, you can't get the locals. Now, on one of my clinics, the locals are doing it. I don't have to go through a contractor and a reputable company. All of the locals, they many years ago, one of my commercial properties on Spentex, I had the locals redo the whole building. So it just all depends.
Yeah.
But you want to see some type of
I want to see some work. I want to see some pictures.
Some back. You want to see let me see your work.
And
what have you done?
And a lot of prayer behind it.
And a lot of prayer. And a lot of prayer.
Because I know sometimes, because it's tricky anywhere. Because here in the States, you can get somebody that, this guy he been working on my car for 17 years. I ain't never had a problem. You go over there, get to the light, step on the brake, and you just slide on through the light. You're like, what the? I thought my man was verified.
So true. So true.
That is true, man. I got to see some proof. That's just me.
Yes.
I started my project in Prom in 2021, and it's still just completed.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
just completed. Congratulations.
And it's
So
just
you did it
Congratulations.
small. That's what's up.
congratulations. What
Yeah.
an accomplishment. That's awesome. And I say this, and I'm going to say this, openly. Any American that can come over here and build anything, I don't care if it's a hut, kudos to you, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So that's, kudos
Yeah.
kudos to you
Congratulations.
to have the patience to deal with the build and building anything or doing anything over here business wise, building wise. Kudos. It's not easy.
Well, I'm saying that I have to give you all y'all flowers. I mean, y'all been since 2009. You've been working and setting up things. Two different countries on the continent. I think um us as black people, we don't give ourselves enough credit to see
That's
how
true.
amazing we are. And I mean, if you
Yeah.
really look back and I watch your videos and how you guys carry yourself and you go into these buildings, you trying to find the
Mm-hmm.
right, school setup and
Mm-hmm.
this and that.
Yeah.
Uh, at the end of the day, it's not only a blessing, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something to be uh cheered for, saluted
Mm-hmm.
for,
Wow.
because we know y'all live a good life, and
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know your financial situation, but y'all ain't trillionaires.
No.
And I see
Wish.
a lot of people that have millions that
Mm-hmm.
say they gonna build a school,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
say they gonna do this and that, and
Oh yeah. Oh
don't
yeah.
complete.
Oh
We
yeah.
already know who you talking
We
about.
already know.
But
We already know.
and I know, I never see you guys like brag or act a
No,
certain
we're
type
very
of way,
humble.
but it's definitely um hats off to you, and it's
Thank you.
because I
Thank you.
know it's not easy,
Mm-mm.
because I
It's not.
watch the last time I was in Ghana, I stayed with the traveling Israelite and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and they do a lot of stuff for the school. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, even the people that you are helping will fight
Mm-hmm.
against what you're doing, even though
Yeah.
you're trying to help them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's so true. We went
Yeah.
to a school yesterday. Oh my God, it would bring tears to your eyes that what we faced yesterday and witnessed yesterday.
Yeah.
And so we try to advocate and go hard for the folks out here because they really don't have, especially these
Nothing.
government schools. Oh my God, they have
Yes.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's just you got to see it in order to believe it. You would be like, there's no way I would have my child come, you know,
To that school.
to this type of, whatever. I don't even want to call it a school, whatever it is, and it's it's
It's unbelievable.
it's unreal.
So
And
it's nothing like so there, even though they fund it, may be a government school, the funds are not making it to the kids, or
No,
no,
no.
so they even had um it was a building, another building behind this school, and they hadn't finished it, and they said that the government just left it there, and it's been there since like
2021. They said it takes
yeah,
6 months to build, and they just leave them hanging.
and
They
they
said
just
that,
left the building
yeah,
there, like they built half of the foundation
and just
and
left and
just
left the
left.
rest.
The bad thing is the school is right on the ocean,
The water.
the water.
It's in
What they
Teshi.
call it the sea.
Let's see,
It's in Teshi.
Teshi, and it's their high school, and
It's sad. It's called
it's
Presbyterian High School.
We're gonna put a video out on it. It's unreal,
Yeah.
unreal. It's just
so is that like,
inhumane.
is that a project y'all plan on taking over,
Yeah, it's one of the
taking
yeah, it's
on,
one of
or
the yeah, it's one of the projects. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's a separate process. There's a lot of stuff we do we don't share, so that's not a part of that's not none of the clinics or the school that we're gonna build. That's just a separate project we're gonna do just to help out that particular school, and we found that out through the local government in Teshi, the municipality. we have relations with the local government in that area, and so they were just taking us around to see what, so because we go and and find out what's the need, what's critical, what's this, that, and the other, to see what what we can do. And when they took us there yesterday, it was
sad.
it was unreal. That's all I say, is unreal.
How many students?
I believe 1,316.
Say that again.
1,316.
It's a high
It's a high school.
Wow.
And it's a government high school in
Wow.
like one of the most impoverished areas in Accra, in Teshi. Anyone that know Teshi, they call it a war zone. And the government straight up forgot about this particular school. And the conditions are.
Wow. How old is the school?
I don't know.
I'm not sure how old the school is. I mean, you could tell it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll definitely have a video coming out, but it just,
It's unreal.
It'll touch you.
Yeah.
And the kids, man, it's just,
they're so loving and humble. And
yeah, they just happy to see you, and of course we speak to them and
engage
they
with them.
engage with them. They just as happy as they want to be, and it's like these young YNs at home.
Our kids at home, oh my goodness, they got it made. They would never be able to survive over here.
They wouldn't.
It's unreal.
They wouldn't, and so it's speechless.
It's speechless.
It
I
really
thought I had seen it all, but I didn't see it all.
Yeah.
So I get that feeling too. Like a lot of us come over here and we get to talking about what Ghana. Y'all got, excuse me, these squirrels and everything else. I got my little BB gun. I've been
What part of Detroit you in? You in Michigan?
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan. Yeah.
My mom, she used to live in Southfield. She used to.
Okay.
And, I remember the first time I went to visit her and I seen a black squirrel. I was like, wait a minute.
Hey,
wait a minute.
Hey, them the ones you got to watch out for. Them black squirrels crazy, man. They will run up on you.
You better watch it before they come snatch your chain.
Hey, no, I got this rifle on my lap right now. I keep this when I come out this backyard, man. I keep this BB gun, man. Hey, these black squirrels, they some thugs, man.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, you get a lot of people that say, "Oh, they need to change this in Ghana. They need to change this," but you rarely hear people saying, "I want to make a change in Ghana. What can I do to help?"
Right.
Like you guys are going out and finding, whether it's word of mouth or going out and finding these schools.
Right.
And two things, if y'all don't mind, that I would like to say that's on my heart is that not only about the schools, please share more about the schools and any projects y'all don't mind us helping out. I think it should be exposed for people to see. There's a lot of people that want to do things and they don't know what to do. A lot of us don't have money here in the. The one thing I'm gonna hate to sidetrack that I do notice is if you give a gift to somebody here, you're gonna spend $50, $60.
Right.
But if you give a gift to a Ghanaian, understand that $1 is $10 and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your money goes further.
Yeah.
Another thing that's on my heart is Tammy, you both have something that you can offer, and that's the experience, the wisdom, your financial background, and telling us how to move in Ghana when it comes to business and social life. So, the social life.
Yeah.
Please bring us more videos
Okay.
of that, how y'all
Okay.
moving, because I'm watching the videos, and the more I watch, the more I know that I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
And I think a lot of people need to know,
Mm-hmm.
because they come with that notion that, you just gonna go to the DTE, go pay your bill. You can walk downtown to your go downtown to your city building, go pay your
Yeah.
taxes. You can do this,
Yeah.
and a lot of things are different in Ghana.
It's very much different.
So
It's very much different. So I'll
y'all
put more
video,
videos out.
yeah,
It's
and
like
I
it's a
think,
lot of stuff I don't share, but I'm gonna start. Since you asked and since you say so, there's a lot of stuff
and we
that
got 8 people in the chat, but I'm gonna say this for those that are in the chat and that are gonna watch the replay. And I don't mean this any disrespect, but when it comes to YouTube, these 2 people that I have in front of this beautiful couple
Oh, thank you.
are underrated and underdogs on YouTube when they should be at the top.
Wow.
Because listening to some of these
Thank
people
you.
that's been there two days and think they know everything, it's
Right.
sometimes the shit get ridiculous. Stop you telling people this, and that, and I'm watching like, no,
Yeah.
don't say that. You gonna get
Right.
somebody hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
Yeah.
please go over to the channel. We talking about, when you see that label inside of some food or something, or a building, it says established in. Corey and Tammy are established in 2009.
Yeah.
Your favorite YouTuber came 30 days ago. So go get go get some real knowledge. Go over there. They share a lot. They do the
I
walks.
appreciate
They not only
Thank you.
talk the talk, but they walk the walk. Every night they walk them Ghanaian streets with no
Yes, we
fear.
do. Every night.
That Corey don't have that thumper in his hand. He don't have
Right.
to
I
worry
know.
about
Right.
putting nobody to sleep. They safe. They enjoying Ghana. And I like to
Yes.
say, I thank y'all. Give y'all flowers while y'all here.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate
Thank you,
y'all.
brother.
Much
Thank you,
love.
man. Thank you.
Cannot wait to meet y'all in person.
Yes, likewise.
Absolutely.
Any last words?
No, just anything that you may need, Jay, on your journey. Anything we can do to help you out here. We don't know everything, but we know enough stuff, and we don't
say that.
know.
I'm gonna be blowing y'all up.
Blow us up. No, we welcome that. We welcome that. No, we welcome that because we want to see people. We don't want all of the bad people to come on YouTube with all of the bad experiences in Ghana,
Right.
because there's some good out here as well.
Yeah.
There's some good out here as well. So anything that we can do to help, or if you need anything, I mean, we're pretty connected out here. We know people just about in every part of the government that you may need as a foreigner, you may need help with. We know somebody. We got immigration hookup. We got embassy hookup. We got the registration, whatever. We have resources, and we built these relationships over the years. So anything we can do to help, just reach out to us, and that's anybody.
Yeah.
We'll help anybody. I mean, we're pretty humble. Like I said, we don't even put half of the stuff out that we do out. When we're new to YouTube, but we're not new to Ghana. We're not new to Ghana. We're seasoned out here, and we love it out here. And if whoever out there that's not been here yet, book a trip. And come out, book a trip. And then if anybody got ideas that they want to do stuff, no, we can't change. Africa is the way it is. The government is the way it is. But what you can do, you can make an impact out here.
Yeah.
With your ideas, with your resources, with your gifts and your talents. And it will be somebody needs what you have. And so,
Right.
Don't be afraid or ashamed or selfish into where you don't want to, share or give back. So anything we can do to help anybody, we're here.
Yeah,
We
nobody
definitely
believes
appreciate
in you more than you.
That's
So
right.
take a leap of faith.
Take a leap of faith like we did. You know, I've been coming out here, almost 17 years, and I love it. And so, you know.
Well, we definitely gonna have to have y'all back on.
Okay.
And I appreciate
Definitely.
your time, and y'all have a blessed weekend.
You too.
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
asked, do we know about Royal Kingdom? Yes, we know about Royal Kingdom, and yeah, they're pretty good folks over there. But yes, we know about Royal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you, Jay, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. I appreciate y'all.
Okay.
Corey,
Have
I
a
might
good
be
one.
Corey, I might be calling you to get one of them dogs too, man. Look for
Let me
All
know.
right.
He got enough of them.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we leave, I wanted y'all to go ahead and give any contact information, promote your channel or anything that you have that you want the people to know about.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so our
YouTube.
channel is Fearless Living with Corey and Tammy.
And that's no E in my name. It's
CORY.
CORY. Yeah. Yeah. Fearless Living with Corey and Tammy. That's our YouTube.
Our email is CoreyandTammyTravels@gmail.com. Our nonprofit organization is Levon Resource Center International. But we'll be putting out some stuff related to the nonprofit because people ask all the time, and I just haven't put nothing out yet. But we'll put just follow the channel. We'll put stuff out, and we'll continue to put more stuff out that we're doing, and not just we're not going to limit anything. We're going to try to put as much out as we can.
I'm gonna look forward to that the next video.
Okay. Definitely.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
Definitely appreciate you, man. You have a good
Yes,
weekend.
sir.
Y'all
You
enjoy the
too.
rest of your weekend.
All
Okay.
right.
Peace.
All right.